Hey, it's Jordan. In the last video, we used Ansible to provision our Linux servers. Now we need Nginx configured to host our .NET Core application. Ansible can do that too.
What the fuck is this?
Okay, so we've got the Microsoft thing. So what do they got here? They say, okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is configure a reverse proxy server. Blah, 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 words, blah, blah. Okay, install Nginx. That's a thing we can do, right? We know how to do that. In DevOps world, right? So this guy, in our request metrics playbook, we've run Linux common. So he's good, he's done. We don't need this ping anymore, right? I mean, really what we wanna do is install Nginx, right?
Yep.
And I think what we want to do in that case is probably
is that just its own task, or why is this? Why are we doing this just here and this isn't a role?
Because the roles are abstraction, right? And so the problem is every time we've done Nginx in the past, it ends up being slightly different for every, like based on what you're doing, right? Like we've had Nginx that just serves static content, that writes fancy log files or whatever. So it ends up like there's all these little tweaks. So we'd have this really like configurable role, which we'd rather not do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes I've wondered that, Todd.
So like this is interesting. So like it knows that apt is a thing. Like it knows that apt is here. But then it gives me nothing help. Like I'm like, well, you guys, you gotta help a guy out here. Right? I mean,
does it only understand the other the other
way?
The other YAML way.
Does it? No, it just knows the modules. So that's kind of dumb. Okay, so if we want Nginx, I mean, the easiest way to apt-get install this puppy, right, is this. We probably also want a handler to restart Nginx. Is that true? Do you think, Jordan? Like anytime we do anything with Nginx, we're gonna want to like reload it, right?
Yep.
I think so. Let's
yeah, and so it depends how like no impact we want to be, because we're in a playbook, we can just write the handlers in line. We don't need more files, which is convenient.
Oh yeah, sorry, Todd. That maybe wasn't. Yeah. So the roles expect this certain format, but we don't have to do that in a playbook.
Okay.
Which
now, so. Probably if we change the version of Nginx for whatever reason, right, we probably want to make sure it's restarted. Also, something we could just restart for now, but maybe later we'll look into
like zero downtime.
Is zero downtime, because you can just poke Nginx and say your config changed, reread it, right?
Yep.
So maybe for now we can just not do that.
Yep, I think so. So that'll actually install Nginx. So that's okay. We're done with that. Then we need to configure Nginx. So they want us to take etc Nginx sites available default.
Yeah, so they're modifying the default site.
Do we want to do that?
I generally think we should create our own site.
Yeah, so generally what we've done is we've made a new site available, and we take sites enabled, we remove default from the sites enabled.
Yep.
And then we put our own in the sites enabled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We could keep doing that.
Yeah, I like that. So to do that, let's see. So we're gonna need some directories maybe, or some new files potentially.
Yes.
Right. So let's just I'll write this out. So we're gonna need we need our sites available config file.
Yep.
We need to remove default.
Yep.
Right, and then we need to add our guy.
To site enabled, yep.
And is that just a symlink, or is that?
Yeah.
It is symlinked.
Okay. All right, so what's the best way to create this file?
There is a copy. Assuming we don't have to do anything dynamic, there's a copy guy.
Is there? Okay, so we'll do name. This will be copy Nginx request metrics.
Yeah, site config, and then
do you know what he works?
There is a source, there is a dest,
Okay.
And there is, in fact, a owner and a group and a mode. So I don't know which ones we need to do.
Okay, so we'll put them all in here. Okay, so the first thing we're doing is we need a source for this guy, right? So he can probably go in files, maybe.
Yeah, make a...
Oh, whoops. Make a new folder for like Nginx, maybe.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. Look at that.
Oh, man.
Ooh, it's got Anna
Pretty
and
icon.
stuff. Oh, yeah, baby.
Is this just standard VS Code, or did you install like an icon pack?
I think at some point I got a little carried away with icon packs, maybe.
This is very un-Eric. I believe he is modified.
I think it is modified, potentially. Okay, so I'm just going to copy Microsoft's thing. How about for now?
Yep.
Okay, so what kind of stuff...
Now, I think we might want to be a little bit more specific than just calling it request metrics, because there's a lot of things that are being called request metrics,
do
right?
Like dot,
This is like the app.
yeah, do it like dot site configure dot, or name it something like with site available or something. Maybe site available.
Well, I mean,
somewhere.
You
I
guys
agree
are
with
kind of
calling-
talking about both, like two different things, right?
We
Oh, I see
are.
what you're saying.
what I'm saying is that we'll probably have Nginx configs for like app.requestmetrics.com and a different one for like capture.requestmetrics.com, or I'm assuming that we'll probably break these things out as different endpoints to enable us in the future to potentially break them out into different servers should we see so.
Well,
And,
let's, yeah, that's a good point. Well, let's call it like what the project, what the build is, right? Which would be like that, right?
Sure.
Yeah, well, although that name kind of falls over now because...
I know it's not very good.
So why don't we...
How
why
about
don't we
dot
call
web? It's
it
really
app?
dot web, right? Because that, and that's,
Sure. .web, and then
that's not
you,
descriptive.
and then you
but-
want sites available.
Yeah,
Site available. Is it sites available or site available?
Isn't that kind of redundant? Because like that's the only Nginx file we're going to have, isn't it? Aren't they
no.
all going to be site available? Or are there other
There's
ones?
going to be more.
Oh, okay.
Well, we might modify the Nginx config itself.
Okay.
I'm not sure. We might.
Well,
Yeah.
so one of the things we did actually I kind of like this. So I actually think we should do it this way. So we in Track.js world we do like if it's a site, and then we do like the name of it or whatever. So like this, and then if it's the Nginx conf, it's just nginx.conf.
Okay.
So how about requestmetrics.site.web or website? I'd be fine doing either way. Do you guys prefer?
I think it would be kind of clear if we just use like what's the domain that this thing is going to host at? Do we need to decide that? Like I've always found it clear on Nginx boxes to call the configuration files basically the domain that they host. So if this is app.requestmetrics.com, that's the name of the file, then .site or .web or whatever we wanted to use to like denote what this is.
Okay. Dot site. Boom. Names are
Names are hard.
hard.
Okay. What possible extension can I have to help with site file? I don't even want to know. Honestly. Okay, so we got this guy, and so this server name is like wrong actually. So we could just do. Which, by the way, real quick, because DNS propagation is going to take a while. Should we do the DNS real quick?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's just knock him out real quick. I forget, Jordan, do we CNAME usually, or are we doing IPs when we do this? Like, should we
think we're
CNAME to
doing
the
IPs.
TJS int?
No, we do IPs because then we can add multiple A records to do the round robin.
Got it.
Oh. Hey, buddy, what's happening?
Hi, Joshua.
Oh, we've got the man, the myth, the legend right here.
Come here, what you doing?
Is that parking page still there?
Yeah, I'll kill it here in a second.
Well, yeah, because I don't think we ever deleted that specifically.
Yeah, do we, I don't remember actually off the top of my head what his IP is.
The people in my co-working space are real hands-on. I mean, look at it. They just come and sit in your lap.
That's, Joshua, are you learning about computers? Are you going to be a cog in a machine someday?
He's more of an electronics man.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna get rid of that
Likes the
parking
wires.
domain.
Wire.
Do we still need that text record? Is that a permanent thing to validate our search,
No,
or is
I think
it just a one?
I think we can kill it. Should we kill it?
I think we should kill it. Otherwise, we're gonna get polluted eventually with tons of like validation records.
So ridiculous. Okay, so app is set up. So let's go back. Let's go back here. He's gonna listen on 8. This is dumb. Why are we doing all this stuff? This Microsoft. I feel like you sold us a bill of goods here.
That's probably just where it starts. By the time we get to the end, are we listening on 443 as well?
Yeah, I hope so. So here he's listening. Open an attachment and replace the contents with the following. So I did that. And
Yeah.
When is this? Because this is like, it's an old HTTP version and it's 80 and not 443.
Well, so he's gonna proxy pass to this guy. It seems fine. I mean, I don't think it probably supports HTTP2 would be my guess.
Nginx does.
Yeah, but probably not Kestrel, right?
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Like, okay, so upgrade HTTP, upgrade connection, keep alive. That's fine. The host is fine. So I mean, this is all fine.
Yeah, you're right though. It's not.
So okay.
It's not even configuring. Probably they're not configuring. Oh, later they do.
Hold on, I want to
So
see.
very, very far down, they configure HTTPS.
Secure the app. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Change
I mean,
the Nginx response name. Yeah.
I think we have a different way of changing that. Actually, there's a config.
Oh, you can't actually use HTTP2 with Kestrel because HTTP2 requires SSL. So you'd have to make Kestrel directly do SSL terminal.
That's really funny. So that means like reverse proxies will never use HTTP2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you see way down there, he finally configures the HTTPS.
I see. So here he's done. So this is really what we. And what is this proxy conf? So they've made a second proxy conf. And what is in here? This is the proxy conf. Some of these, I don't know if these are like best practices. They really gold-plated this thing, didn't they? I mean, these are about the only ones that I care about. And maybe this.
Well, theirs isn't even that good either because they're setting up the server in their Nginx conf, not in the site config.
Yeah.
So we don't want that either.
I just pasted a doc on. This is how Nginx recommends doing this.
Oh, do they have? They
have their own, which actually uses SSL right from the get-go and uses HTTP2 right from the get-go.
This feels probably better. So is this theirs here?
Yeah.
Okay, so they've got this guy. So he's going to HTTPS.
Yes, I like that.
So that makes a lot of sense. So then this guy is going to listen on HTTP2. 443, which that makes sense.
And then proxies to something called .NET.
Yeah, so he's defined the upstream here. I don't know what this means, but this looks fine. So he's only setting this, which is fine. I think this looks better to me. This is like 18 times simpler too.
Let's do that.
I'm just curious for now, right? I mean, we can go nuts with this later. Configure live activity monitoring. I don't think we want to do. I just wanted to see if they had anything else. Health check, current date. Okay, this is a way better one, right? Bye, Microsoft.
You have a choice between a Microsoft doc and the doc from anybody else. Usually anybody else.
Yeah, I know.
So we do.
Okay.
There's some stuff we got to do in here.
So first of all, we need to know where these guys are. So where do we want to put the SSL cert and key?
That seems like I mean,
Sure.
is there a reason to put them anywhere else?
Does not matter to me. Okay, but so we got to copy those guys, right? So I guess let's finish where we were doing with this config. So the source is, Jordan, can I do this? Like, can I start right from, will he start in the directory then that I'm in?
I believe yes.
We'll find out. And so where's he going? So he's going to Etsy.
Nginx. sites dash available slash that file.
Request it, yeah.
Like that.
Boom.
Do we need an owner and a group and stuff?
Well, root's gonna own it.
Nginx will probably own it.
Yeah, I don't remember what the Nginx username is. I assume it's called Nginx, right?
Oh, let's try it. What's the
I suppose you could just look at what that server has on it right now.
We don't have Nginx on it yet.
Oh, yeah, we don't.
But we
Good
can-
point.
It's not executing, so I think it's just 644.
Is that what its default is?
That's like the owner can write, everybody else can read.
Do you want me to actually specify that here, or
Why
Oh,
not?
I don't know.
In other ones, that is what we have set.
644?
Yeah, 0644. I don't know if you need the 0, but we usually set it.
Okay. Okay, so now that guy's got that guy, right? So that's the sites available config file. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Okay, so we also need to make sure, though, that, or let's remove avail. I really wish I could spell. Default. So how do we remove a file, Jordan?
Yep. So there is file module.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
That's promising.
Okay.
And then we can give it a path.
Is there like a state, like absent then? Is that?
There is exactly that. However, you need a path, like literally you need the word path
Like
equals.
this?
Yep.
Do I need quotes or not?
You could probably get away without them.
And then,
And then
state?
absent.
Okay.
Yep. And then
Okay.
we gotta hook up that one, right?
So this is like a symlink.
Which you could almost put that one first,
Okay.
because OCD Jordan says that's closer to the file you just uploaded, but yep.
Thanks, YAML gods. Okay.
And then that is also file.
Okay. Path to path, or is it linked?
And so you give it, yeah, so you can do path or source or whatever, so let's try path.
And that's the source?
Yep.
So that'd be sites available.
Yep.
And that'll be...
And this is gonna get long, so maybe it's worth putting that on another line.
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
you think do the...
Yeah.
Would you rather do source? Is that more obvious?
I don't know which one is more better.
Okay.
It's just like they're aliases of each other.
Okay.
And then there's dest, which is sites enabled. And then there is state link.
Ooh.
Oh no, what was that?
Visual Studio Code is getting a little aggressive. It's a little bored with the time. We wanted to do some autocomplete. So we've symlinked it. Will Nginx automatically suck this in? Is it including star sites enabled? I assume it is. Or do we have to specify it?
I think it does
What do you
it
mean?
by itself.
It's just like looking at that sites enabled.
It's looking at the directory.
Okay. Yep.
You do have to, I mean, technically I think we'd probably need to notify restart Nginx or notify reread config. But since we don't have a reread config, we got to restart. We got to notify to restart Nginx though. And do you want to have one that says restart Nginx, but reread config, but we just restart Nginx for now?
Right. We can tweak it later. Okay, so we symlink it. We remove the default.
And you probably want to notify on the copy guy too, so that if in the future you modify that guy, the symlink will already be there, but you'll just modify the file.
Okay. Now we need to get the SSL cert there too, right? So actually, should we do the SSL cert after install before we do the config? Or do you want to do, what do you want to do?
I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters.
Okay, so we're gonna do copy SSL cert. So should I do one for each one? So I'll copy SSL cert maybe, and we can make another one that's copy SSL private key. Is that stupid, or is that?
Oh.
Okay, so then we're gonna do.
Yep.
And so then where does he go?
So etc Nginx.
Right. Okay, so those guys restart Nginx too. is that it? I think that might be it.
Yeah. So if we run this and you manually
I'll start the web app then. Yep.
the web app. Actually, we could see what it looks like without. Maybe we'll start the web app for now. Then we could see what it looks like when you turn it off too.
Oh, I was going to run this first. I'm going to run this guy and see what happens. We didn't find the file, I bet. Chown failed to look up.
Oh, it did find user Nginx.
Ah.
It might be www.
I think it's root, actually. I think is who owns it. Should we try?
They might. Well, let's go. Okay, so now that Nginx is there, let's see what his default config file is owned by, right? Like, it might be like www data or something.
Oops.
It's all root.
Yeah, that was...
Well, there you go.
Good enough. I like root. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna...
Yep.
Let's get to the meat and the potatoes, man. Okay, Nginx is installed. Copy the config, symlink, remove, copy SSL cert. Ooh, yeah. Copy private key. Restart Nginx. Boom. Okay, so if I do, I should get redirected to HTTPS, right?
I would think so.
Did we actually configure this in DNS?
We did. I don't know if he's propagated. There he is.
Oh, you know what we didn't do? Firewall.
All right, where do you want to put that guy?
I'm fine putting it after, but
Yeah, like way down here.
yeah.
Allow.
All right, so let's find that.
I imagine he's UFW.
So yeah, it's UFW rule equals allow
Yep.
direction in proto TCP port 80.
Yeah, and we might as well do port 4432.
Yep.
Oh, YAML, I hate you. Okay. Does he have anything different other than the port?
Nope, that should be the same.
Okay, so then you can see this is the nice part about the Ansible.
Yeah, yep.
Right. So now, bad
Ooh,
gateway.
beautiful.
So we can see him.
That seems right though. It redirected to SSL, and then it can't find the proxy that it's passing through.
Oh yeah, it did redirect to SSL, didn't it?
Oh, it's secure.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh, so because that thing's dead, right? So if where am I here? So if I go to var www, what was it? Request metrics
Request.
app.
Yep.
I forget what he's called. He's called request metrics. So if I forget what he runs on. Is he running on
5,000 and
Did I run him on 1? No, there he is. 5,000. Okay.
That's good.
So he's running.
Now, maybe?
Oh!
That is an accomplishment, gentlemen.
Look at that.
Dude, you see this, Docker people? We didn't use one container for this. Not one. Hey, that's pretty good.